What's up, YouTube? I'm Jason the Dad. Today I want to talk to you about how to protect your identity. Did you know that 11 million Americans have had their identity stolen? That's 1 in 20. And I want to show you some quick, easy steps on how you can protect your identity. Listen, it's not nearly as hard as you think. I was reading on MarketWatch.com and I was reading about a man named David Krause, and he had over $900,000 stolen out of his bank account in less than 6 months. And then he spent another $100,000 just trying to recover his identity, but that didn't even work because anytime he goes to create a new bank account, identity thieves already know where it is and are already trying to draw money out of it. It was so bad, he actually contemplated committing suicide. And for him, it felt like everything was stripped away. All his money was taken, his identity is taken, he has no ability to go and use credit anymore. And all of that could have been prevented. And I want to show you how to do that. The first thing to understand is that there are credit bureaus. Credit bureau sounds really official, and a lot of people have a misconception like a credit bureau is the government. It's not. They're private companies, and they're in business to make money. They make money by collecting information on people like you and me based on our social security number, and then they sell that information to potential creditors like Discover Card or Visa, etc. This might sound a little awkward or strange, but it's actually a really good system because that's what the system we use to go buy a mortgage for a house or buy a car or get a credit card, and it's pretty nice to be able to buy those things. So it's good that this system is in place, but there are some things you need to know in order to protect yourself. The first thing to know is that there are 3 credit bureaus primarily. They are Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. Those are the 3 big ones that most of the creditors are going to check with, and probably all 3, when they're going to decide whether they're going to offer you a loan or not. The way that you protect your credit is you want to freeze your credit. It's really important that we understand what freezing your credit means. There's other terms that people use, such as security freeze, credit freeze, security lock. They all kind of mean the same thing, but there's something that it doesn't mean. When you do a security freeze on your credit, what it doesn't do is protect your credit rating. So if something is happening right now that's causing your credit rating to go down, say you aren't able to pay a bill, that's going to affect your credit rating, and putting a security freeze on won't actually stop that from affecting your credit rating. However, what a credit freeze actually does is it prevents any potential person wanting to offer you credit, like Discover Card or Visa or getting a mortgage. It will prevent them from being able to see your credit score when they log into their account with one of the 3 major credit bureaus. The reason this is good is because if someone has stolen your identity and they want to log in and say discovercard.com and try to get a new credit card in your name, they won't be able to do it because Discover Card will go to those 3 major credit bureaus and say, hey, what is so-and-so's rating? And it'll come back, well, we can't give you that rating. So they're going to say, okay, I'm sorry, we can't issue you this card. So that's going to block thieves from taking advantage of your credit rating. It's really easy and free to set up your credit freeze. I was able to do it in under 20 minutes, and then I helped my wife do it, and she did it in about 15 minutes. So we'll see if one of you can beat us. It's very simple. With the 3 major credit bureaus, 2 of them you're able to do it with just downloading their app. The third one you're going to have to call if you want to do it for free. The first one I want to talk about is Experian. I want to start with Experian because that's the one you actually have to call in for. Now, I do recommend you download Experian's app. You go to the App Store, you search for Experian, go ahead and download their app, create an account. It takes very little time. You know, one of the scariest things that you might encounter going through this process is you might think to yourself, I don't want to know what's on the other side. It was a little awkward for my wife even because I was the one helping her, and she thought, what if there's something strange on the other side? What if there's a weird report? But it's very important that you overcome any potential anxiety because you need to know what's in your credit report. Potentially, there's a false charge on there that's not from you, and you need to find out so you can do something about it. Starting with Experian, download the app, go through the very simple steps on setting up your account. You'll be able to log in and see what your credit score is with Experian, and that credit score is probably going to be pretty similar with the other 2 major credit bureaus. Now, that's not sufficient to security freeze or security lock your credit with Experian, you're going to have to take a few extra steps. It's really easy to security freeze with Experian. All you have to do is call their 1-800 number, and I'll put it down in the description and up on the screen. At first, they're going to answer with an automated function, and they're going to ask you for your social security number. That's a little bit awkward, but trust me, it's legitimate. I've done it and my wife has done it. You work through the prompts, and it doesn't take very long at all, maybe 5 minutes. The only trick is at the very end, after you actually have frozen your security, that what they're going to try to do is mail you a PIN. Now, you can wait 7-10 business days to receive that letter and get a PIN. Personally, I didn't like that option because, one, what if I want to unfreeze my account in the next 7 to 10 days? Or two, what if they send me the PIN and then I lose the number? So you have an option right then to push one and speak to an agent. I was able to get it to a real person rather quickly and let them know, hey, I just set up a security freeze. I want to keep the security freeze in place, but I would like to put in my own PIN number. And so it didn't take very long, and I was able to put in my own PIN number, and I had my wife do the same. For my wife, we timed it. It was only 6 minutes. So within 6 minutes, she was able to have her security frozen with Experian with a 1-800 call. And it's just as fast to unfreeze the account once you have your PIN number. Now, doing a security freeze with the other two credit bureaus is really easy. All you have to do is download their app. Each of them has an app with a simple slider. We'll start with TransUnion. TransUnion is going to have a yellow app. So you just type in TransUnion in your app store. I'll include the link below. And the first one that comes up with the major hit is the one that's going to show you your credit score. You can go ahead and download that, but that's not the one we want to focus on here now. The second option is the one you want, and that one's going to enable you to security freeze your account. Once you download the app from the App Store for TransUnion, it's really quick to set up your account, and then you can immediately lock your credit rating. It's also very easy to lock your credit rating with Equifax. Equifax, just like TransUnion, has a simple app that you can download and lock your security. With Equifax, all you do is go to the App Store and search Equifax. What you want is the green button. The green button from Equifax will say Lock and Alert. It's a very simple app. All you do once you've downloaded it and logged in creating your account, it has a simple toggle switch on or off. Once you've finished up with Equifax, that now covers all three of the major credit bureaus, and your security is frozen across the board. Wow, that's amazing. That should feel really good that you've done that. Personally, I know it was a big sigh, a big relief once I had that all done. For you, if you're super excited and you were able to get that done, write down in the comments, I did it with an exclamation mark, because that's going to encourage other people who might, for whatever reason, feel some tension when they go to do this. I know I felt some tension, and I know a lot of people can feel tension. It's sort of strange there are companies out there collecting information on you, but it is a useful system, yet very stressful for us. That's why this video is here to help you lock all three. Now, the good news is it's just as easy to unlock all three, and I want to share something with you. It's very important that you lock all three of them. I remember that I had locked only one of the three, then later I went on and I bought a truck. So I had one locked, but the other two were not locked, and I was still able to buy a truck, no problem. So you need to make sure that you have all three of them locked to be effective. What I'm going to do is include the links to all of the apps down below, include all of the 1-800 numbers you need to call, make it as simple as possible. And if you're getting some value out of this, hit that like button. And I have some more videos coming to help protect you and protect your family, so hit that subscribe button. And if you succeed at getting all three of these locked, put it down there in the comments, I did it. And time yourself, see if you can beat my wife's 15 minutes. Thank you so much for watching.